A pilot spotted a shiny object on top of the mountain, unaware of how dangerous it was. Pilot Jameson was flying over Mount Hood when he noticed it. It was shiny and blue, but he couldn't tell what it was. Worried, he called the local police and asked them to check it out. The police were hesitant because the mountain was dangerous, but Jameson suggested using a helicopter to make it safer. The plan was approved, and Jameson met with the officers. They flew to the mountain together. Landing was hard because of strong winds, but they managed to touch down safely. When they searched the area, they couldn't find the shiny object Jameson had seen earlier. The team started to doubt what Jameson saw, but he was sure something was there. They decided to search further and soon found footprints and an old campsite. Someone had been there recently, but they weren't sure where the person had gone. The team followed the trail, hoping to find answers. When they reached the end of the tracks, they were shocked. The team carefully followed the footprints into a narrow tunnel. The path was steep and rocky, making every step risky. Strange noises echoed through the tunnel, adding to their unease. They moved slowly, scanning the area for any signs of life. After walking for a while, they spotted something in the dim light. A man was sitting against the wall of the tunnel. He looked weak, his clothes were torn, and his face was pale. The team rushed to him, relieved to find he was still alive. They wrapped him in a blanket to keep him warm and gave him water to drink. The man, barely able to speak, explained his situation. He said he had been climbing down the mountain when he hurt his leg. The injury made it impossible for him to walk, so he crawled into the tunnel for shelter. He had been there for days, waiting and hoping someone would find him. The team knew they had to act quickly to get him to safety. Using what they had, they built a stretcher to carry him out. It was a tough task because the tunnel was narrow and uneven. The team worked together, each person helping to ensure the stretcher stayed steady. Every step was slow and careful as they navigated the dangerous terrain. The journey back took hours. Loose rocks and tight spaces made it even harder, but they didn't give up. They stayed focused, encouraging each other as they moved forward. The injured man, though weak, held on as the team worked tirelessly to save him. Finally, they reached the base of the mountain. The team was exhausted, their clothes dirty and their faces lined with sweat, but they were filled with relief. They had saved the man's life, and their hard work and teamwork had made it possible. As they looked back at the mountain, they felt a sense of accomplishment. It had been a dangerous and challenging mission, but they had succeeded. The man they rescued was alive because they refused to give up. It was a moment they would never forget. A story of courage and determination.